chain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed to making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Yes sir, let's get into it. Let me see how most systems go here. As far as I can see, everything looks good. Everything does look good here. And yeah, let's get into it. Same old range here on GJ. Let's see if we can do anything today. see what happens inside of this range. Start off with the analysis here. Looking at news, we're pretty clean here. Seems like everyone's taking holiday early. Pretty much tomorrow morning we have FOMC. I mean, tomorrow is a little bit more of a, more of a news heavy day here in US session here. A bit of unemployment claims, probably get gold moving out of this range here. Today we don't really have too much. We do have these speeches here coming at around 2:30 p.m. But these speeches are basically going to be, it's like a follow-up speech. It's a follow-up speech on what we've already seen from the Bank of England. So if they say anything new, only then you will see a move. If they don't say anything new, it's not going to affect much. That's why I think Forex Factory put it as yellow folder, because they don't, normally they don't say anything new, but if they do, we can see some sort of movement. In terms of price action, same range we're stuck in as yesterday here. Pretty much almost the same spot, just a little bit lower here. Didn't do much over yesterday. Tried to break out the range, failed. Remember that key resistance here, we respected it. We broke out the range with this candle, but just retested that resistance. Not really worth it if you took that breakout trade at all here. For 6 pip target, for running 20 pip stops, not really worth it. Option was to look for something closing above here, or when this candle closed above, if it could break through here, we could use volume to our advantage. At the moment here, if we go ahead and do the analysis, we can see previous daily still technically closed bullish. This current daily has picked liquidity from this previous daily low here. It is showing weakness, but it hasn't closed bearish here. If we look at the 4-hour time frame as well, we can see 4-hour time frame has created a support and closed back inside of the range. So we could continue ranging here and maybe continue to retest somewhat of the top of the range. This yellow line on my chart is the daily flip, but it's also going to be the 4-hour resistance. So I won't draw an extra line. We can just understand that that is also 4-hour resistance. Moving down on the time frames here, we can see that, we're trying to push up at the moment here. 30-minute also looking like it's trying to push up here to test that 4-hour resistance. We have a small resistance zone somewhere around here, which is basically similar to yesterday's resistance zone here. Let me see how that looks on 5-minute. Yeah, somewhere around here, just basically where we're testing right now. This candle here closes in 4 minutes. How much do we have to the 4-hour resistance here? We have around 3 pips to the 4-hour resistance, and then around 11 pips up to this resistance here. I mean, that could be interesting here. If we're gonna play the range, since we're coming from the bottom of the range, that could be some sort of shot here. So we'll see what happens in 3 minutes. But analysis remains the same as yesterday, as we're in the same range here. Just seeing lack of volume to continue outside of this range. So it's basically the same analysis as yesterday. Exact same analysis as we were right here. So while we wait for this candle to close, let's have a look at gold here. So looking at gold, obviously yesterday we had this massive weird pump come into the market here, where price just ripped. It didn't stop, no pullbacks, just ripped. And then New York session, I think a lot of people are looking to get the continuation of buys, as session bias was bullish there. You can see like only till after New York did we get a 4-hour candle close. Everything was counter trend. But we did break down for the whole of New York and just had this random move and then back to where we started. So super interesting to see that. Definitely, quite a random move here. Now, if we're looking what that did on the daily, it basically, you can remove this whole move and just scratch this all out, because it would have done nothing. Because we opened and closed basically where we were yesterday after London session. So if we were to remove drawings and just look at the daily time frame, what has it done? It's basically created another support, right? With a long wick here retesting the highs. 4-hour on the other side as also just came back and retest. Now this looks like more of a higher low here. We're respecting these lows, so for me this looks more bullish posture than bearish, to be honest. And we could see if the 4-hour could close strong bullish here, then we would be able to see that same continuation, same like yesterday. Remember, we're in this looks exactly the same. Check this out. You see, we close bearish, we close a support, then we close bearish again, and then this strong bullish candle gives you the continuation. Same thing, close support, close bearish. If we have this candle closing strong bearish, should give you the continuation. And that's basically how you would play it. Because what we're seeing is we saw a lot of Dixie strength, right? We saw a lot of Dixie strength come back into the market yesterday, as you can see here, which really gave that pop up there. As we see the dollar strength come back in, as interest rates seem to be wanting to be held higher for longer. Sorry, let me go back to gold. So that's probably why we're seeing that. Now, if this 4 hour does flip and close bearish, then you could be looking for sells. And obviously your sells will become breaking the range here. Very hard to sell inside of this range. It's super tight here. I would say only sells could make sense maybe on pullbacks up back into this zone and leaving it again is an option for sells. Otherwise, you're kind of looking for buys either above here, right, above this resistance, or looking for buys above this resistance right here, one of these resistances here. So, I mean, those are your ranges for buys at the moment. Sells are not clean at the moment. I wouldn't recommend selling because there's no real spot to sell to, right? Down below this 4 hour resistance, it's a mess, right? You can see how much, you know, we just need something to really close below there to give you continuation. Probably something closing below 2174 will be a lot better than trying to sell in this mess and getting messed up here end of month. So, you know, just be careful with that. You know, don't mess yourself up. I think maybe aggressive sells could be below, you know, 2176. That would be like your super aggressive shot here, right? Your super aggressive shot would be below basically here, but you know, if you save yourself on 20 pips, you can have more clarity if we start to leave this zone here. But that would be your aggressive shot. If we do get fake outs, you could try to sell back inside the range, but you just don't want to get stuck in this choppy price action. So yeah, that's basically the analysis here. Look what happened to GJ, rejected that resistance perfectly. So no entry on that, right? So that's nice to see that being respected, you know, rejected that resistance perfectly. Gold is basically the same analysis here. Yeah, it's just ranging at the moment inside of this range. I would be tempted not to trade inside of this range. If we could leave this range, would be great. It's extremely hard to look for where's a clean selling zone, to be honest. Like, buys look way better than sells at the moment, you know, in terms of ranges. We have a lot more ranges for buys than we have for sells. You know, if we're looking here, yeah, a lot more ranges for buys than we have for sells. Let me just mark this for my own interest. See what that is. Yeah. Yeah, I think gold needs to leave this range first. And it being London session, I think if we can leave this range and create some sort of support above here, it would be okay to try buy back up to here actually. You know, I think that would be okay in this London session. You know, this 4 hour would start to break the highs here. That would look good once it starts to break the highs. You know, start to retest at least up to that old 15-minute resistance here. Not old, but the current 15-minute resistance. I mean, what is this range here? Like 30, 34 pip range? Yeah, 26 pip range. Yeah. So, not bad, not bad. And above there, obviously, if we break there, you know, 28 pips more. So there's ranges for buys. Sells I just don't see at the moment. I think we need more information for sells. Yen intervention, yes. I don't think that was an intervention, but we definitely did have some yen strength come in. You could see that on USD/JPY as we broke up to those 900s. Now, it's just a classic. This could be just profit taking from breaking these highs here on USD/JPY. But we did have a bit of yen speeches. If you check Financial Juice, you can see, you know, Japan's finance minister here. A lot of Japanese stuff coming out, right? You know, there was some more here. Udia, you know, improving recently on expectation of wage hikes, you know, so that's obviously a big topic, wage hikes. So I think some of these speeches, but it always makes sense, right? You have the speech come out, and then you have technicals reach a point where we expect intervention. If we have an old look at the Jixi here, it's dangerous territory, right? It's dangerous territory. We're getting close, you know. This is the territory where we expect intervention. So hopefully we can become unscathed, you know. Would be ideal to become unscathed. And what sucks is that every time we're in intervention territory, everything looks bullish. Looks more bullish than bearish. So yeah, can you please explain the rejection zone? Yeah, we saw the wicks reject here. If we look to the left, it's also a resistance right here. So I'm taking the latest rejection. That's what I'm taking here. Now this is range trading. Range trading is pretty complex. You need to be pretty on top of it when you're range trading because it's very tight, it's very erratic. It's a complicated spot to trade in ranges. It's not the easiest thing to trade in ranges, you know. You have to consider, you have to basically really suss out where it makes sense, where it doesn't, you know, and accept that you could be wrong very quickly. What about 182.1 on gold? 15-minute resistance. Which one? This one here? Yeah, I think that would be maximum like a watch zone because these wicks has tapped into it. If you look at this resistance here, look how this wick and this wick as well has crossed through it, no problems. You know, this wick here is giving you the most information that we've crossed through it. That's why I'm not too worried about that. That's more of a watch zone, you know. You're looking more at this wick would be more important. For me, once this wick has tapped the wick of what caused the support here, it's almost pretty much tested, you know. It's pretty much tested. So maximum it would be a watch zone, you know. You can't just keep putting lines too many times and then it puts you off ever taking a trade. Because you could always just trade to that level and see what happens, right? Place sell and tutor account, right? The intervention, yeah, it probably pumps 50 pips before that, right? on main it probably would do that. On tutor, probably you win. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the analysis, you guys know the drill. 420 of us in here, 420, good number. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the analysis, can leave a like on the stream. You know, get the likes up to 200, would appreciate it. Would appreciate it. You guys know the drill. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Let me move my camera back a bit here. A bit too close. And yeah. Get the likes up. Hopefully we can get some volume. Been an extremely slow week here, but that's outside of my personal control. I can't control the markets. You know. I can't control the markets, but it's been happening all around. If I look around the space here, a lot of people are talking the same thing. So this is something you have to account for. That's why beginning of the month it's important to preserve profits, right? So it's important to preserve profits because let's say I started taking stupid options all the time. I'm up almost 10%, you know, for this month, and I can be happy with that and literally call it a month, no problem, because that's pretty much amazing. Right? That will do. I mean, from beginning of the year, you know, up almost 30%. Is already something significant, right? So you have to account for these weeks, and this is what people don't understand. They look at week to week results when in reality you need to be thinking about this long term, realistically quarter to quarter, and you know that's what's more important here, because these times are the times that will take away your profits that you've been working very hard for. Remember, when you're trying to be paid from trading, capital preservation is just as important. Because you need to be able to generate some sort of profits instead of just trying to generate maximum profits. Of course, the goal is always generating as much profit as possible. But with experience, you can identify market conditions where it makes more sense for me to probably sit out, even though I can make a little extra money, but I do not want to risk that because you want to be paid at the end of the month. Whereas if you're just trading, trying to make as much as possible, you would risk that. But you know, there's different ways to do that, right? So obviously it would be ideal if we could start moving and getting out of the range. That would be a lot more beneficial for all of us. But at the same time, yesterday I went through the chart and I looked at all the options. If I would have taken it, would have it ended up winning? No, and all of them would have ended up losing. Like, look at this. If I forced a buy here and just held stop loss below this candle here, you would have lost, right? If you took this setup 2 here, would have lost. If you tried to buy from the bottom of the range here, would have lost, right? So no matter what trade you're taking, it would have been inconsistent. Even your sells, even look at sells here. Even sells were not, even if you were looking to sell, you get messed up. You know, you take this setup 2 here, full put and drawdown. which would be extremely hard to look for setup 2 when you're faking out from the bottom of the range. Like, it's just not something you look as a trader. Turn the markets on, Harry? What the fuck? Yeah, I know, right? Are entries generally more aggressive on gold than GJ? I think that's a session thing. So in London, the entries are going to be the same. Whereas in New York, yeah, you can be slightly more aggressive. You know, they will be a little bit more aggressive depending on the volume. Does your strategy work for swing? Yeah, of course it will work for swing. The only difference is, of course, you'll be using higher time frames than me. So your entry will probably be on the 4-hour. I can't trade GJ at London session every day. Should I also trade GJ pre-New York around NY Open? I think NY Open is fine. We do take plenty of positions during NY on GJ. At the end of the day, GJ is typically long-term better during London, but definitely if London has not moved, then NY has a very high chance probability to give you the next move, right? Unless we're doing something like this, which is range, which no move is happening, no session is giving any type of move, because we were here yesterday and today, like literally from yesterday to today, we have moved 10 pips, 9 pips. It's not a big move, right? From yesterday to today, moving only 9 pips. Will price keep ranging until the news tomorrow? No, price is ranging because of the holidays coming up. We're having end of month, we're having daylight saving time shift, and we're having Easter holidays come up. So at then, many, even if you look around the board here, Euro USD as well, starting to become choppy. There was a nice move yesterday. Euro USD was clean, right? But now it's a little bit choppy. I think if you were trading Euro USD yesterday, was a great was good to trade here. If you missed the breakout option, wait for the pullback, price closed out the range. I know some of the guys in the group here caught that. Euro USD not my pair, but this is an advantage maybe if you have an extra pair here, is being able to have more trades here, right? The only reason market is slow is because I'm watching GJ here. GU will be pretty much the same as GJ because it's a Gbp pair, so GU was a little bit tough. But I think EU was fine. If I'm looking at other pairs across the board here, were all difficult. All of the main pairs that people trade, EJ, all of this, look, EJ is pretty much the same. All pretty much difficult here. All pretty much difficult. So it's just something that's happening across the board. The only trade that I see was somewhat clean yesterday was was EU here. These buys during London, right? Unless you take the breakout, which is fine. If not, waiting for pullback support to be formed. Is it because of Easter weekend? Yes, it is. You trade pre-New York or after New York Open? I would say majority, if I am trading New York, it's going to be after New York Open. Majority of my positions are taken. Gold move 300 pips yesterday, so I wouldn't call that slow. No, I didn't show gold. I was talking about Forex pairs. Gold is not a Forex pair. You have to remember that, right? Gold is a metal. Right? So we're talking about Forex pairs here. Gold had options during NY, right? The problem is that if you're following bias, you'd have to go against bias. This move was extremely hard to get involved in. You basically just have to close your eyes and press buy, right? Extremely hard to get involved in. These sells here, yes, you could have got involved. I think the only way you could have sold is this one right here. If you had a bottom wick here, this is the only one. Why? Because it's counter trend. First, these all could end up going back up because it's counter trend, but this close, create structure, break second structure, that's your sells. So I think this was your only option yesterday, but I just left the charts by here. And look at other traders online, right? The ones who are streaming what they do and stuff like that. Were they able to capitalize on this move down, right? That's what you should. And if they did, how? What was their plan behind it? I'm not sure. You have to let me know. You guys probably watch them. Stream hoppers. How's this 1 hour candle closing here? Not the strongest 1 hour candle close, right? We'll see. Of course, there's 28 seconds, but I don't expect much in 28 seconds. Unless you can, if you can close like where my mouse is, that's a little bit more decent here in 20 seconds. Had a 2-lot sell limit at 22.07. Damn, order wasn't filled. Broker looking into it. Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely need to look into that, especially if it triggered by a couple of pips of spread. Is it easier to trade GJ during NY session? No, I would say London is going to be more consistent. Reason it's not easier to trade GJ during New York session is because sometimes in GJ you have to hold positions, and the time you want to take that position, there's news. Right? So I would say that's why it is better in New York. Not New York, sorry, London. Going mad. Going mad. What's good capital for trading? Whatever you can afford, right? Make sure to learn the skill first. It's more important than capital to begin with, is making sure that on any amount of capital you can generate profits. Even if it's $100, if you can generate consistent profit after 6 months, then it's up to you how much you want to deposit, right? Maybe if you have that much consistency and you don't have much access to capital, or you don't want to put your personal capital, you could always do what? You could buy a funded account, because you would have proved to yourself that you can do that. See what I'm saying? I'm addicted to casino. Is trading for me? No, I think you should go and get professional help at that point. I think speaking to someone to help with your addiction will be the right way forward. I don't think trading is going to help with your addiction. Having an addiction to gambling is not a good thing, man. And especially in trading, where you can lose a lot more money. So I think going and solving that issue before trading is going to be much more beneficial for you. Because self-control and discipline is one of the biggest things that you need in trading, and if you have a gambling addiction, then that's not going to be part of your plan, unfortunately. Are you taking GJ if it breaks that range towards the upside? Yeah, I might give that a go. I think it's... I think it would be an option. Would you trade through this LTA above us, Harry? Realize big 4 hour through it? Yeah, it's that orange yellow line is that 4 hour, but I think that would be the only option. I think it's the only option. If I'm gonna give myself a shot in the range, then that's my shot. I don't mind giving myself a shot, but you know, if you just don't want to deal with any inconsistency, then you just have to just not trade this range, you know. But I think it can be worth it just as a small shot. Can I set up on 30 or 115 close? Yeah, I think if we have set up on 30, then we could use the 5 to try get in. If not, then next option will be the 15 close, because this is a very good bottom wick already. Okay, thanks for your advice. I'm actually on rehab. I've not been going to the casino for a good 3 months now. Do you think I have a chance to start trading now? Yeah, if you're actively rehabbing it, you just have to make sure that you speak to whoever you're doing rehab with to make sure that that won't conflict any of the processes. Because remember, you don't want to end one gambling habit and start a new gambling habit, right? But 15 hour, we call it LTA. Yeah, just clean candles. It's the same thing. If your zone got rejection wick on a time frame like 1 hour 30, but it's good trading zone, would you still be fine to enter on closure of 15? Depends. Whatever time frame you enter, it needs to be clean. And obviously, if there's 1 hour resistance, 1 hour support, you need to care about that, right? You need to care about where your resistance and support is. Have you seen the show Gotham? No. My broker has a massive gap. Yeah, I do have a gap, but it's already been filled. This just smooths gaps. Hi, what is that gap on the weekly? Depends on your broker feed. Some broker feeds are gonna show gaps when you go to a weekly time frame. It's just how some data is presented. I'm planning to use price action strategy. Do I still need to learn candlesticks patterns? No. You don't. Price action, just learning price action will teach you everything. How much is your monthly expenses in Dubai? My personal one fluctuates because I have different payments to be made, but for necessities, I mean, I would say rent is the most expensive part here. But for necessities, probably around like 3K. Yeah, it is 3K. Just trying to count because I don't pay rent. Rent is not paid monthly, it's paid quarterly. A little bit less. No, yeah, 2.8. Yeah, almost 3K. Depends. As I said, sometimes you need to buy a few things here and there. You need to do stuff like that, right? You need to buy, maybe want to buy a gift, or you need to go out for dinner or something like that. Dollars or dirhams? Dirhams. I mean dollars, sorry, dollars. Most expensive thing is basically the electricity bills here are pretty expensive for where I live. Like for all of the groceries, for example, all of the groceries per week are costing like $400 or $500. New PC doesn't help with that bill? No, I just bought that. That's fine. That's already paid for. That bill is normal though. It's something that I could easily, I could be living for way cheaper if I wanted to though. I spotted Raja Banks and Gym Nation near my place. Yeah, a long time ago I used to work out at Gym Nation. It's like the budget gym of Dubai. When they first opened, I actually was working out there. But then I changed gym to get better equipment and stuff like that. It's a good gym, very basic, and really good price as well. Like for what you get, it's But remember, monthly expenses, including, you have to pay for water bills, electricity bills, phone bills. Like they add up. Like, they add up. Petrol not that much for me. Petrol very cheap per month, actually. Food is a big hit per month. Food. Yeah, it is expensive for food. It is. It's one of the costs that mind boggles me. Especially on how basic foods I'm eating. Do you eat only organic? No, I eat very basic foods. It's just mind-boggling, but I've checked, I've checked. Does Dubai use solar panels? No, mainly electricity come from... we have a few plants here. I mean, they use multiple ways to generate electricity. Mostly generators. This is GJ trapping longers. We'll see. I mean, if it closes above the range here, I think it could be a shot. Yesterday I spotted in a gym a famous streamer trader in my country. We were talking, and when I said I also trade, I'm actually in GT right now, he said, okay, cool, and left. Yeah, you see, they're not nice. Buy his course, he'll be your best friend. Do you train at Binos? No, I don't train at Binos. Gold having good volume? Yeah, it needs to close above the zone though. I'm watching the price. Looking at 8,800. Until we close above there, could be tough. Total monthly expense. I think if you want to live in Dubai, you need $3K per month. Right? You need that amount to live comfortably. You can live extremely cheap. You can literally live off $1,000 per month. but you know, it's not going to be maybe the best living conditions. What about residency fees? That is in your business license, right? So when you buy a business license, you have to buy a visa, and with that visa is your residency fees. It's not a fees, it's just a visa. So you have to have a business. That business will cost you around, it gets more expensive. It will cost you probably around, I mean, when you first open it, it will only cost you something around $3,000 for a proper, depends how many visas you need. The second year, that will change to around, you know, $6,000, you know. What about transportation in Dubai? Actually, surprisingly very affordable. Very, very, very affordable. They have metros. They're very, very affordable. But a lot of people here buy a car. Which best financially stock trading? That question doesn't make sense. A supercar? Actually, no, you'd be surprised. It's not as what it's presented online. There's a lot of normal, just regular population here. I can pay your fee watching ads on the stream. Well, you better watch 1,000 ads, please. Please, watch 1,000 ads. Because I get paid per stream $3. $3 per stream. Doesn't really do much. Look at this candle here. RIP, no bottom wick. Not really very useful. No bottom wick on the 5. Yeah, no bottom wick on the 15 as well. 15 did not close above the zone. 5 minute did not close above the zone. Very hard to enter. Because we want something closing above. Because remember, we're trading in a messy range. We can't just be aggressive and impulsive entries because there's huge volume, you know? Like that's what we do when there's good volume, you know? We take that type of just break of high, you know? Okay, 15 closed here. Support created. We can go break of high like a setup 3, you know? But look. You go set up 3, you're like, oh, okay, I only have 9 pips, you know, I have, you know, 1 pip to there. Still waiting on the Dubai trip for the exclusive group. Well, you guys come here and I'm ready to host it. $3 per stream, yeah, if I even turn monetization on. But why sell it into 4-hour resistance, buy into 4-hour resistance? We didn't buy into 4-hour resistance. We wanted to buy to the 4-hour resistance, right? It's different. It's different. Because if we closed above the 15 here, we would buy to this, right? And remember, we're in a range, guys. I think everyone fails to forget we're in a range. Look, this wick crossed through this 4-hour resistance, no problems. This 4-hour resistance, no problems. This one, no problems. It's just a range. It's all messy. There's wicks everywhere. There's resistance and supports everywhere. You know? Like, no matter where you look, it's all wicky. Resistance here. Go to 30-minute, you find resistance here, you know? So it's just all mixed. Why do you stream if you don't make money from it? Because I want to create a brand. And it's like, I don't want to make money from my streaming. I don't have to. Right? It's useless to think to make money from my streaming. I'm not going to be able to make money from streaming with 600 people watching. For me, it's more about creating a brand, and then I can do different things with those brands. Also creates awareness, right? I can develop communities, build communities, which I have. I couldn't do that without having content and streaming, right? I also want, you know, if you look at my channel and scroll back to the beginning of the videos, it was just about providing value in a space that lacks value. It's a lot of confusion out here, a lot of BS out here, a lot of different, you know, stuff that goes on in the Forex space. So all I wanted to do is I wanted to just share my experiences and hopefully help people, you know, along the journey. Because when I started trading, it was quite boring. So that's why I started YouTube, you know. Man, what type of price action is this? This thing closes right at 4 hour. No bottom wick. I wonder if my broker had a bottom wick. That would be annoying if it does. I'll cry. No way that had a bottom wick. Yo, my broker that had. Damn, that sucks. Very sus end of month, yes. Bro, how to get the exclusive group with crypto? I think you have to DM me. I only make exceptions. Remember, majority of the people should be able to just pay by card. There's only a very exception. Man, this is annoying. This price action is super annoying. 5 minute worth the shot. In hindsight now, yes, but obviously already a lot of the move had happened, right? We tested into that wick. This is kind of like your break-even zone, right, from your entry. You have to run around 17, 16 pips here for 6 pips, you know. It looks like a big move, but it's not. You would need it to really really go nuts to just get your 1-to-1. You needed to go to 580, you know, for just 1-to-1. But yeah, you could DM me on you can DM me on what's this, Discord, right? So just DM me on Discord. But yeah, group is closed. Group will open next month though. So we could get you set up by next month, no problem. We'll open like 15 spots as we always open. Yeah. So once that opens, I mean, in the meantime, you can always watch the free webinar while you wait for the group to open. You're welcome to do that. But yeah, once the group opens, you'll be welcome to join. Would you ever trade any other pairs in the future? I've had this discussion before. And if the only reason I would need to trade more pairs is to impress people on YouTube, to make it look like I'm taking trades all the time, make it active, hype things up, you know? Like for me, the problem I have is what other pair do I trade? Like in London session, what pair is there? Like I don't see any pair. I really don't see any pair. GU, it's the same as GJ, right? You'll get the same opportunity as GU as you get on GJ, right? They're moving the same. You know? Euro JPY, you're still a JPY pair. So the best pair out of Euro JPY, out of GBP, out of JPY for me is going to be GJ. You know, you're not solving anything. Zulu, yeah, that would be the solution. I don't see myself doing it even when the day comes that I know I'm profitable and I can trade alone. So hopefully Harry will come up with a loyalty membership fee. Yeah, of course, we should do something like that. 2 to JPY, yeah. I mean, for New York, I can look to add, you know, something like US 30 or something. That's fine for New York. You know, I don't mind adding something like that. But you know, if this volume continues today, we could just break out. You know, I mean, we might just break out of the range and maybe everything is sunshine and rainbows. Wait for above 6, 7, 8. Damn. I think you come back tomorrow then. It's gonna take a while. Not price action today, piss action. Ranges are also small. They look like big candles, but you know, like even if we ripped it break of this 5-minute high, it's 6 pips, man. Yeah, it's enough for us to get to break even, but with the stop, you'd have to at least put stop below this rejection wick, 14 wicks minimum. But you really want to be 16 pip stop here. So you really need it to get going to make it worth it, you know? What's gold doing? Gold, I think, rejected. Yeah, gold is still stuck in the range. I think for gold, for us to take gold buys, we need something closing above 2180. 2180, it's going to be important. Harry, I took a trade yesterday on gold. I waited for 15-minute candle to close above because volume was... I didn't wait for 15-minute candle close above because volume was high. 5-minute close and form setup 3. Entered TP. Yeah, I think that's just an aggressive option. You know? Definitely can do that sometimes. But yeah. I mean, sometimes if you check the stream journal from the trades we take, sometimes we push it on 5 when there's high volume, you know. You can see here, if you look at the entry time frame, 5, sometimes I write 5 here. If you go back and watch those trades that we've taken, right, maybe you can see sometimes we push it hard on 5. I think this last 5-minute trade here, this one, not this one here, I think, this 15 pip trade. Yeah, I think this 15 pip trade is the one that we pushed, you know, that we push hard on the 5-minute. In terms of the trades we've taken. So it's kind of similar to that. There's your rejection, so you can enjoy your 6 pips. So, yeah, super hard, man. Super hard to catch anything. Hey, what to say on Discord for the exclusive? DM me, direct message. So click my name and message me directly. Not public Discord, message me directly. So go to the Discord, find me, like this is me, click on my name and message me. So thankful to find this Discord. Welcome, welcome. Just make sure, remember, I will never DM you first. I'll never DM you first. 30 closing above on gold. It can try to. How many messages do you get? I put them on silent mode. So I check like once a day. Has Pip Labs had the update? Yes. If you're a paying member, yes. When you log into Pip Labs, you'll be able to see. You get a lot. Yeah, more Instagram than Discord actually. Instagram is a lot more. Instagram maybe 10 DMs a day. Discord 5 DMs a day, 6 DMs. I think this 15-minute camera was made by a bank who said, fuck this P, I'm going in anyway. Probably. Now he's like, okay, I'm out. Had enough. Maybe from YouTube people can get a lot of answers. Yeah, they can. They can. The worst DMs I get. Okay, the worst DMs. So if anyone's planning to DM me, please don't do this. Is hello. That's it. Just hello. It's like, please, please just say, finish it, Finish what you need to tell me. Don't just write hello. Then I'm telling you, some of the people, they say hello. I acknowledge the message just to try be helpful. And I say hello back. And then they go and message and say, how are you? It's like, oh my God. I don't reply. I can't. It's too much. Have you had a burnout moment doing Pip Labs, YouTube, being active on social, blah, 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 blah? I think, yeah, of course, there's no such thing for me as burnout. At the stage that I'm working at in terms of getting everything done and, keeping on top of everything, then I'm just in a constant stage of burnout. Burnout is, depends on your, how much you can. Do you get buy, sell DMs in the middle of the day? No, most DMs I get is, a lot of DMs I get is people trying to say, do you need a copywriter? I can 2x your sales in 3 months. Would you go on a call with me? All of this stuff. Do you want to be an affiliate to my brokerage? Stuff like that. Japan Chief Cabinet Secretary, we are watching closely FX moves. Did he just say that? That's not good if he just said that. Yeah. They're speaking, man. Rapid FX moves are undesirable. Come on, bro. This is the biggest bullshit I've heard. You kidding me? Now you're telling us it's undesirable? But the amount of times that you move price rapidly? Yeah, I know, right? I wonder with just volume, can we push through all this 4-hour resistance? I wonder. Can I pass funded with 2% risk? I think 2% is a little bit, you need to be pretty advanced trader to be using 2% comfortably. I think 1.5% sweet spot. 1%, 1.5% sweet spot. There's no time limit, right? There's no time limit. Don't have to pass a funded account tomorrow. You just have to pass. One day I believe Harry will update the stats on the bottom right of the stream. They're updated, bro. Come on. They're updated. All of the wins and losses I always update. If I don't update, you guys will smash me. You guys never tell me to add wins, but definitely the losses, you always remind me. Oh, add the loss, add the loss, add the loss. The win percentage, go calculate it now. Type win percentage calculator, put 58 wins and 15 losses and see the win percentage. They deny you with 2%? Really? Damn, I didn't know that. Then don't use 2%. Can you add wins? Yeah, I have been adding the wins, don't worry. Maybe I've missed 1 or 2 wins. But they would have been put in the stream journal anyways. They would have been put in here. All the trades are definitely being put in here. So I'm not too worried about that. If you want to see the journal, you can just type !journal in the chat. And it will pop up. As you use Excel for a journal, any ideas if you do some service online for Pip Labs? I think journal, if you're just using a normal journal, you can use Excel. But Pip Labs does have its own inbuilt journal right now. So when you go to Pip Labs, you can have your own inbuilt journal for your backtesting and whatever you want to do. Yeah, 79.45. So I've given myself 0.4% less win rate. 0.5% less win rate. I've just rounded it, and I actually should be rounding it up to 79.6, right? 45. So I've just put 79.4. So you can see it's right. Wins plus BE is 84%. Yeah, but I don't count the BEs. I don't count the BEs. Otherwise, that would be false win rate. I don't want to put a false win rate. Give me a sec, guys. I'll just go to toilet and come back. I was talking about Bs, and I was saying about Bs, right, is that it's a complicated subject because short term, like both long term and short term, they have different standpoints. So long term, they all equate the same, whether you move to BE or you don't move to BE. I think it equates the same, but short term, it's definitely more rewarding to move to BE because you won't have to deal with the psychological implications of being down and needing to recover that. And you'll make better, you know, better returns month to month in terms of that. But long term probably equates the same because the trades that, but you know, we keep track of the BEs and most of those BEs would have hit stop loss. So I think they're all good decisions. I think the better you get at trading, the more educated decision you can make to move to BE or not. Let's see. Man, I have dilemma. Price is ranging. I need to go to the bank that closes at 12:30. And I need to go get a check because if I don't give this check today, I'm in trouble. This is annoying. Do you always put BE right away? No, the only reason I move to BE is if we tap a zone. I might have to write an NOC quickly. Let me see if I can write an NOC and give it to someone to give this check. Try get this check for me. Can I write this NOC on my phone? I'll go give me your card and pin? No, you just need to write them and I just check. What is an NOC? Aren't you rich? Pay someone? Bro, it doesn't work like that. You can't pay someone to go to a bank. You need to write a non-objection letter and all of this stuff. Alright, let me have a look what's going on. I just saved it. Where the hell has it gone? I don't know where I've saved this. You're in a trade? Thank you. Give me a sec, guys. Just need to write this. While we wait for a setup here, Nothing happening at the moment. How do you define B versus mental B? Is it just simple break-even covering spread? No, mental B is when we allow it to tap entry and see if it rejects off it. Did you watch the video on WAP about that? Only other hope is gold closing above. Do you use VWAP? No, I don't. How do you think these setups will stop working someday? Then what will be your next step? Why would they stop working? First always ask yourself why. What would cause them to stop working? Right? So if you can answer that, then I'll answer your question. If you don't know why it would stop working, then high chance it won't. Right? And I'll give you a spoiler. Probably won't. Because it's just price action. Price has to move from zone to zone. The only thing that might have to be adjusted is how we enter. Right? Maybe closes don't work anymore because it just goes without a close. That's when we'll identify to break of zones. Maybe, there's different things that we'll be able to do. Okay, I've wrote that. Now I need to write the check. I was in a trade. Like to know if I got an early post in Asian session chat? Yeah, of course, man. Let's have a look. When was this? Yeah, because of the stops, it seemed like it worked out now. I think this was not Asian session. This was like very, very early. 9 times out of 10, how many times would this work out? I couldn't tell you here. I mean, since your stops, the only thing that I can give you here is your stops are extremely safe. If you put stops below this candle, yeah, it would have failed. But going with that wide, safe stop loss, what time was this? Yeah, this is not Asian session. This is just, I wouldn't recommend generally taking trades at that time. Generally taking trades at that time can be extremely tough. I wouldn't try to do that again and again and again. Waiting on this. Yeah, that would be ideal. Definitely, definitely. That's the next step here. I think with volume, we could push through that one small resistance. I don't think it's going to be an issue, that small resistance there. We would be clearing the 4 hour. Once we clear the 4 hour, it should be fine. You know, that would indicate a breakout. We could anticipate the next candle to leave the zone. How does exclusive farm work? What do you mean by exclusive farm? Not sure what you mean by exclusive farm. USD up 14 pips after last hour, posting new all-time highs for 2024 since last week. Nice. You know he meant fam? No. I don't know he meant fam. Where does it say fam though? That's what I want to know, where he got that from. Where do I have fam written? Oh, my IG stories. If that's what you meant. How does it work? It's a group. So we have a group here. You can watch the video on the website here. This will give you a little overview of the group here. And how it works basically is we have everyday Zoom calls that you can watch the stream with no delay. We continue the stream we continue the Zoom after the stream. Every day we have a live chat inside of the group in terms of New York session. We're running New York live chats here. Gain your feedback as well. It's a community of like-minded traders that if you're looking to improve, that's what it is, right? The biggest feature of the group really in terms of value, pure value, is going to be you're going to get access to this content here, which is basically my gold mine. Remember, all of this content here was made from webinars, and I've taken the content out of the webinars and put it in a nice structured format for you guys to easily go through everything without needing to look at webinars, 2-hour webinars from a long time ago. So really good content in here, really, really good advanced stuff. So that's how that works. And also, I did get DMs asking me, hey, can we try the group for free? Can we do this? Unfortunately, that's extremely complicated to try the group for free. You have to be pretty set. But I have come up with a solution for you guys to see the group without me needing to take you guys through it. One of our admins here has volunteered. So if you go to the public group here, and you'll see in the admin list, we do have one of the admins' name will be Kareem here. So you'll see they're one of the admins here. You can click on their name, okay? And you can go ahead and DM them and ask them to take you on jump on a call with you and show you the group. Like, that is fine. They will happily do that. So I'll put a little announcement, if someone wanted to do that. London Open here, this 1 hour close could be very, very interesting here. Yes, sir, always happy to help. Yeah, just make sure that you say something in chat here. Just say something in general chat so people know who you are in the public group. Would you enter gold breakout now? My question is, do you target daily resistance or next resistance? So I'd want the close above first. right? First you'd get the close above, and then probably target will be the 15 resistance band. 465 is your next target, right? The 15. Your watch zone is this, and that's basically it. Yeah, so this is him. You guys can message him by saying something like this, and he'll happily take you through. That's fire. God bless the volunteer. Yeah. I think it's just a good way, right? I mean, if people just want, it's too complicated for me to let people in for 1 day for free, and then, you know, they go and it's a mess, right? I need to have some sort of barrier. So I discussed, and he's, you know, he happily said that no problem. I will just tell people to DM me, and I'll hop on a call and show them the group. So then you know what you get involved in. But I think pretty much what I explain is everything that there is. But if you're still not convinced, then it's another way. ICT concepts used to work 5 years ago. Now they don't work anymore. I think people still trade using ICT. Show the group like share screen? Well, yeah, just for you to ask questions. I always show the group, but you know, you can just ask him questions. If you have questions, instead of DMing me, you can ask him. He'll happily take you through, as he's also admin in this group here in the private. But I always show you the private group. There's nothing hidden. It's very straightforward and value packed. You know, return on investment there is big. Help us by creating a public group. I've helped you from the very beginning by having a public group. We have a massive public group here with all resources, with my YouTube videos. Look at these resources here, right? Huge resources, price action entry PDFs, stream journal, 30-day checklists, exclusive webinar for free. This is a free webinar, by the way. You don't have to pay for that. Two minutes for this candle to close. I like how it's keep picking liquidity here. We have this nice 5-minute structure formed. If this in 2 minutes can close somewhere above this resistance, might give this aggressive scalp here, relying on London volume to continue up 10-12 pips or something. At least to the 1 hour resistance, you know. Also gold here. I'd prefer to take gold breakout, a little bit cleaner than GJ's range. But it's not looking like it's closing above. We'll see here, 1 minute. Needs to chill a little bit here. Don't want it to push too much here. Closing right there would be ideal. Stops below the 15 because we have that 5-minute structure. But we need to close above this 15-minute resistance. We failed to close above this 15-minute resistance here. It's a bit sketchy. Oh, it's closing below here. Damn. This sucks, bro. And open no bottom wick fly. You can't fake it, bro. You can't fake it. Well, it needs to make a bottom wick on this 1 hour time frame here. This is a heavy rejection zone. You can see all of this. Did gold manage to close above? Gold didn't manage to close above as well here. Yeah, gold not closing above here. closing right at resistance. It did close above this most recent resistance. So we are closing above the most recent resistance here. I wonder if that can be enough volume to get us through here. Let's see what we got going on in lower time frames. Where would stops be here? 248. Below this. What's GJ doing? Did it reject? Yeah. Yeah, I basically need GJ something closing above 500 here. Can we enter if this flips? No, man. We're at resistance. Nothing closed above. We didn't close. If we closed above, yes, but we didn't close above. We didn't close above. We're in this whole rejection zone. Look, every time price closed here, failed. Closed here, failed. Closed here, failed. Closed here, failed. So we need at least something closing above 500 on a 5-minute. I have a complaint. Oh. Lol, bro. You like my stuff? We have high customer service satisfaction. Everything is rejecting resistance. Where would you put your stop loss in gold? I would put my stop loss probably below here, but we are rejecting. I would like to see maybe a 5 close above here. I don't know, something with maybe minimum breaking this high here, something like that. Yep, this is the same rejection, right? Yeah, GJ is just very hard to trade. Very, very, very hard. And I'm glad we're not jumping into these random buys and, you know, FOMOing in and then getting stuck in FU candles like that. You know? Is it possible to make an indicator that would alert you not when price crosses below but certain candles close below? Apparently you can. Just look at the time though. Just look at the time. Whenever you get alert, look at the time. What if people don't have paid subscription? Time to go to the bank. I'm already late. I just wrote an NOC to let someone do it for me, but I need to go write the check. If nothing happens in the next 8 minutes, then I'll probably just have to go and do that, because I don't think much will happen. I'll probably close YouTube stream, but I'll keep my exclusive stream open just so we can chat and stuff like that. Maybe something happens in the next, I don't know, hour or so. I do like the way the 1 hour close. This is a nice 1 hour close. I just want to see something get above this 15 clouded. That's what I'm looking at it now. I'm populating it now. Because it is a good 1 hour close, 30-minute close above as well. 15-minute did not, right? So that's the only thing we have. So if we can re-break its own high here, I think we have a shot. It is riskier shot. Maybe 1% for me makes sense. 5-minute close also would be nice. Think you need to put your blue line? Yeah, but I need a setup. We'll see, 27 seconds for this 5 to close. I might give this 1% shot if it closes above. Or not. I still think we can get away with breaking this high here. Why are you taking risk if it's not following your plan? It is following my plan here, but it's just a higher risk trade because it's gold, it's breaking out, it's London. So that's why I'm just reducing my personal risk if I was to take this. On gold, you said taking confluence with 1 hour, so this is actually clean. Exactly. That's the reason why when he asked, it said it's not following your rules. We have 1 hour, and then that 5-minute structure is technically formed here, so that would be the setup. But still, we know how it is during London. Might have to give it time to play out here, but I don't want to run stops below 77 to give it time, you know? If we break this high here, I'm going to give it a half. Low risk shot for me here. That's what I'm thinking. Put stops below the 15. And we can manage. But for me, I'm going super low risk on this. So even if I lose this, it's going to be 1% for me, which is under what I normally risk. So I'm not too worried about this position. It's more because I think if I'm going to give myself a shot today, then that's the only shot I really have. 15 closes in 2 minutes. Thanks for pointing that out. You're extremely correct. Yes, 15 close here is in 2 minutes. And I don't like the way that that is closing. Let's see. 1 minute till close. It's still okay. We know it likes to push last minute. I'll give it, if it's like 30 seconds, I'll wait for close. But I know last minute it might do a quick push. Yeah, now I think it's best to wait for close with like 50 seconds left. I don't want to get triggered and it closes below. So I'm gonna wait patiently here like I always have. 45 seconds to close would be nice confirmation. If the 15 closes above, would possibly help the trade. At least we can wait for some sort of bottom wick. If it doesn't close above, then it's a different story. Look, I knew, I actually said it last minute is gonna do this push, bro. Last 1 second. Let's see if we make a bottom wick here actually. We start to see some volume come in. No, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it top here. I'm gonna put stops below the 15-minute candle here. So stops will be below this 15-minute candle here as we see volume come in around 13 pip stops. No top wick on this, which is nice. If that flips and goes, it should be okay. Again, same low risk there. See if we can break through. Okay. Got triggered there on that position. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Main target somewhere up here. As I said, stops below there. We'll break even somewhere around inside of this zone here if we can just get a little bit more higher. Let's see. See if we could have a push into this zone. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. Yeah, at this point here, gonna be mental break even here. You know, around 5, 6, 7 pips here. Don't want this volume just to die out on me. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, gonna move to full break even now. I think that should be safe. If I can get 10 pips out of this, I'll be happy with that scalp. Nice. Beautiful push here. Running around that 10 pip mark now. Running around that 10 pip mark. See if we can just get just a tiny bit more. Gold during London, you know, 10 pips is that magic number on gold during London. It's that magic number. Let's see here if we can get a little bit more. Let's see. I don't like the way that this 1 minute is closed. See what happens. Oh, getting close to my break even. Can I survive it? Okay, we're still good. Still good. Can we survive? Maybe we can. My exact entry on my broker is 181.70 because that jumped up a little bit. I got slipped like a pip, so my exact entry on my broker is 70. 70. Yeah, something like this. That's my entry. All right, with spread there, I got taken out. I got taken out with spread. Break-even trade. Saw 10 pips there on that trade. I got taken out with spread here. I saw 10 pips, you know. I saw 10 pips come in through for me. I told you that magic number is 10 pips, but I just didn't press close, you know. But I think it was worth the shot for sure. It was worth the shot. I'm happy with my break-even, you know, and it's okay. It's okay. As I said, 10 pips is that magic number there. I think I should have just closed at that 10 pip profit. It always is the case here in London Open here. Always is the case in London Open. It rejected near 4 hour. It's nowhere near 4 hour. Nowhere near 4 hour. It's just 10 pips is that magic number during London. So if you managed to get 10 pips, well done. You know, congrats. You know, that's pretty good. But yeah, that's that magic number. So I guess I could have closed that as a win, but I decided not to close. You know, I decided not to close, but that's just my choice. That's just my choice. You know, but 10 pips is a magic number here for sure. That's been crossed through more than twice. And it never even tapped it, right? Just because it came close doesn't mean that it is. But yeah, overall happy with the way that I managed that. I really think I should have just closed at 10 pips here to secure something. But literally didn't have enough time. Did not have enough time. But that's all good. That's all good, that's all good. Yeah, just markets, no volume. You can see there's nothing I can do. We're taking the setup. Setups are working, just not giving me any form of continuation here. I think I should, yeah, just to secure something for the week. It's okay though, it's okay. I know a lot of people who trade gold, they, you know, secure 10 pips, get on with it. They call 5 pips maybe a win or something like that, but, you know. But yeah, I don't want to hold this drawdown here, especially from the entry price. You know, it can come all the way and retest all the way down somewhere here. I'm not too interested to hold all that drawdown. I do think it eventually can play out. So I just don't want to hold that potential drawdown. You know, I don't think it would be wise for me personally. You know, that's the way I just want to run it. But I mean, eventually it could play out here. It could play out. Especially with this 5-minute now, no top wick, has high chance to flip and at least retest this resistance here. You know, 4 pips away. But yeah, I think the play was here closing at 10 pips in profit, but I didn't have enough time. Which is fine. I was away. Were you B, Harry? Yes. I could have closed at 10 pips. I think some people in YouTube closed at 10 pips. But I just didn't close. I wanted just a little bit more. Nothing told me to close. And then by the time the 1 minute was like here, I mean, then I would only be closing in around, you know, 6 pips profit. I would have only been closing 6 pips. I could have closed. I know 10 pips is that magic number, but made the decision to try hold. Which is fine, you know. just get that little bit more, because there was nothing here to the left that we like tapped, right? We just tapped randomly here. 82 wasn't even a key level. So that's why I, you know, always in hindsight, at that moment you were greedy? Not at all. Not at all. If I closed at that moment, I would be negative risk to reward anyways. 10 pips from where though? What do you mean? From the breakout we have 20 pips. From your entry 9 pips. Yeah, so that's my point. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I'm confused. Yeah, pound yen is just ranging here. Gold break even. Not important? No, I'm just trying to say at that time I didn't close at 10 pips because why, like, what told me to close there? That's what I'm trying to find out. This is the drawdown that I wanted to avoid to hold here. So that's what's super important, is that we avoid this drawdown, you see? What made you go B is a W? Exactly, right? The managing the trade is really important here. I'm just looking back to say, what's annoying is that, okay, I could have made some money in that trade, got paid for today. But it's always, you look back and say, hey, you know, not every day you're going to get the home runs and stuff like that. Like sometimes it's good to just secure less than, you know, what the market gives you. But not even the 1 minute gave me a chance to get out before it rejected pretty heavy here. You know? But managing this trade is very, very important. So I'm happy with overall how it went here. Just a shame we couldn't get a little bit more than 10 pips. If you close at 10 pips, you wasn't even positive risk reward, so not that deep. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, exactly. And we saved all of this bullshit, yeah? So this was massive. This would have been a loss, and then you would have cried. Yeah, but this is now, yeah, of course, now in hindsight, but look, you never look. Why wasn't it a problem here? Why wasn't it a problem here? Why wasn't it a problem on this wick? Why wasn't it a problem in this wick? Why wasn't it a problem in this wick? Why not this wick? And why not this body? Like, how many times has it not been a problem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, no problems at that zone. But the 8th time, it just reacts. Bro doesn't want to acknowledge its Asian high. That wasn't Asian high. That was an Asian high. We pushed well past Asian high. If it wanted to liquidity sweep Asian high, it would have done it right here and reversed. We pushed past Asian high 9-10 pips. It's not that I don't want to acknowledge. I'm super happy with the way I manage it. That's a skill right there, because I would have taken a loss today. I'm just sitting here and thinking, okay, should I have just secured something for the day? Make some sort of money. You know, that's it. On a slow week, nice to be paid. But that's the reality here, is that, you know, you guys are seeing realistic results here. Realistic results is that if it's not going to hit my targets, you know, I'm not going to just sit here and say I could have closed, you know. Like, it's up to you if you guys want to close at 10 pips, you know, and call it a day. I know many traders that close at 10 pips and call it a day. No matter if there's resistance or no resistance, they close at 10 pips, and that's fine. That's fine. I made 0.1% closing partials. There you go, right? So you would have made very less, you know. So even if I closed at 10 pips, I wouldn't made what I risked on this trade. And I was also reduced risk in this. So it would be something, but listen, it's not life-changing. It's not life-changing. So overall, happy with the way I managed it, guys. I think overall was pretty straightforward. and simple trade, 15-minute close above the range. Volume was coming in, as we saw. 5-minute created structure here, closed above the range I was looking for, broke the high and continued here. So pretty much easy trade here. Only saw 10 pips, went break even, and we've had break even trades before. It's nothing really major, but yeah, overall happy with the way we've managed this. So I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Nothing we can do about these low volume times. The main thing is we're not losing, right? Realize a lot of people will lose in this conditions. We are not losing. We are pushing on here and doing what we do best here. So as soon as volume comes back, hopefully we get more than 10 pips and we can start killing it, man. I mean, we get more than 10 pips on GJ. This is gold, brother. Gold, what are you doing? You're supposed to kick into gear here, you know? So yeah, happy with the setup, happy with the overall analysis, happy with the plan. And yeah, you know, GJ is still a mess. You know, be careful with GJ here, guys. I think we need GJ just to leave this range. That's why we looked at gold. But yeah, for everyone asking me, Harry, why don't you take gold during London? I can trade gold during London. There's your trade during gold during London. But as I said, if this was New York and we had this setup, we're up 20 pips. We're up 20 pips right now, all laughing and feeling good. So yeah, I appreciate everyone as always. See you in tomorrow's stream. Hopefully we get some good volume for the last trading day of the week tomorrow. So I would hope to get something in, secure some profits. If we lose, then that's normal, part of the game. But we don't expect to, just like today. So appreciate everyone. Take care. Amazing job today. Good lessons on risk management here and how to move to break even and why you should move to break even. And yeah, bro's a capper. No problem. Thank you, brother. Take care. Trade sharp and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Thank you all.